Hi guys, Robin Gamble here from the Eastern Influence Parenting Style, and today I want to talk about the only 3 parenting styles you really need to know about. I've written about this in a blog on my website robingamble.co.uk, so if you want to read the same content you can do that on the website. So let's get into it. About a year ago I was having a discussion with a psychologist, and they told me something very intriguing. We actually know what the most effective parenting style is. The evidence is in, the debate is done. We know exactly what works when it comes to actual evidence and results. But he explained to me the research had been done many years ago, and so I went and did my own research and looked into it. And it turns out that in around about the 1960s, a social psychologist called Diana Baumrind did a huge investigation into parenting styles and their outcomes, and categorized basically 3 major styles. Now, of course, there's some kind of flowing in between the styles with say one parent may not just be one style, but it seems like the style does manifest as a kind of dominance in people's parenting approaches. So what are those 3 styles and which one works the best? Well, in her research, Diana identified authoritarian, permissive and authoritative parenting. Now, authoritarian is a kind of my way or the highway, too hard approach, which is based on blind obedience and punishment and no real explanation as to why there is such discipline. There is very little flexibility, and also the child has a very low level of influence over their own lives. So they're really kind of dominated. The results of this parenting are as follows: lower social skills, lower confidence and lower academic achievement, and also in the long run a possibility for mental health issues and substance abuse. So we can see that that's not an ideal outcome, an ideal parenting outcome. So that's the too hard authoritarian approach. The next approach is permissive, and this is a kind of kids will be kids, too soft approach. There's very little discipline or structure, or if there are some kind of discipline and rules, they're not consistent. There's a reliance on children to self-regulate, to know when the right time to go to bed is. So there's very little boundaries and very little consistency. It's a kids will be kids kind of approach. Now, the outcomes of this approach are as follows: lower maturity and higher aggression, and also a feeling of self-entitlement for the children later on. So this again is a suboptimal outcome for parenting. Now, the last style is authoritative. This is basically the middle road, the balanced way, where there are rules and boundaries and consequences, but also the child has some influence over their lives. Things are flexible, things are up for debate. They have some kind of autonomy and some control over their life. There's also a lot of warmth and support in this approach, and also high expectations for the children, and a healthy dose of age-appropriate independence. The benefits of this approach are a higher EQ, better academic performance, and increased confidence. So these approaches, they're not really up for debate. The research has been done and it kind of brings in the same results time and time again. The researchers, the scientists, the social scientists have discovered and do know that authoritative parenting works the best. It produces the best results. Now, obviously there's a variety of ways that you can manifest authoritative parenting. Rin and myself like to think that's basically the style we do, but we manifest it in a different way, in our own unique way. with Eastern ideas of balance and harmony, Buddhism and Confucianism. But it basically comes down to balance. Now, there was a fourth style that was added to this research in later years, and that was the uninvolved parent. This style is cold, neglectful, and there's no rules. Basically, the child is kind of left to fend for themselves, which is a very sad occurrence. And the results of this style are high levels of impulsiveness, low self-esteem, and low academic achievement. If you're watching this video, you care about parenting, and I'm sure you're not an uninvolved parent. Now, along with those styles, there's also styles that pop up kind of, basically they change like the wind. You know, they come along like fashions. So, and you'll also find parenting styles associated with specific geographical locations. So you've got the, you know, the tiger mum and father of say China, and it could be said that academic achievement is their priority. We also have helicopter parenting, which is in abundance at the moment, I would say, in the West, where the parent hovers over the child and the child can never make any kind of mistake for themselves. You also have gender fluid parenting, which is very fashionable nowadays. We still do know, the empirical evidence is that the authoritative parenting is the one that works. So I'm interested to know what you think about these different parenting styles. Do you think that you are permissive or authoritarian or authoritative? Do you have another style that we should know about? I'm interested to know your thoughts, and I'm interested to know how you employ the authoritative parenting style, which has been proven to produce the best outcomes for children. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, please subscribe, and I hope to see you again soon.